Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Sean B Nice back here with some more Heat Rock, and today we're gonna be taking a look at NBA 2K19 on the Note 9 to see how optimized we're gonna see how optimized 2K19 is for the Android platform in general. Because we all know every pretty much AAA title that comes out on iOS first, and then Android gets a crappy port. It is what it is, because 9 times out of 10, most of the features that's on iOS, as far as graphics are concerned, does not hit the Android platform, no matter how powerful the platform is. Now, for those who are new to my gaming test, the gaming test usually consists of maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, whichever one I think is, valid enough. You will be able to see the frames per second of the test, so you won't have to assume how well the game is performing, and then we'll be able to look at actual data to see if the game performed well or not. So let's go ahead and get into it. And that is all due in things largely into Gamebench. Without Gamebench, I would not be able to do this. I'll make sure I link them down in the description as well. All right, so we added NBA 2K19. As you guys can see, this is 2K18. Let's see if we still have the data. So we do still have the data from last time we played 2K18, right? So last time we played 2K18, it was only at a 48 frames per second. It used 13% of the CPU, pretty much almost a whole gig of RAM, and 50% of GPU. Now, we want to see more GPU usage, right? Because then that lets you know that the game is pretty much, I guess for the most part, is optimized to the Android platform, where it knows to tap into the GPU more than anything. So performance-wise, it only had a stable frames per second around 22%. It did terrible. It just did awful. So hopefully this year, 2K19 can pick up the ball. Now, what I normally do, I do this in every gaming mode I do. I switch over to game, which drops down to full HD, because that's how I play all my games. So it's not like me changing or cheating the test. It's more so me, this is just how the way I play my games. So now before we get started, we're gonna go, like, if we notice that the game, now what I do is this. If we notice that the game is just really too laggy and too buggy, I'll switch the settings to try to find the optimal settings in which you guys should play on. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we go to 2K now. We're gonna go to options, we're gonna go to game settings, well, video settings rather. And we're gonna turn on everything, we want everything on. We want high, because we can only get high. Cloud simulations, ultra high, we want the crowd at high. Then we want the depth of field on ultra high, sideline high. We're gonna, like, for the Note 9 to be this almighty powerful device, I want to see it. I need I need to be a believer. And we're gonna choose my squad, which is gonna be the Houston Rockets. Shout out to Chris Paul. And then we'll go against OKC. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't really rock with 2K like that. I didn't even back 2K19 on my system, because to me, 2K is just trash overall. They're just a money-hungry company, and I'm cool on them, just being real with y'all. So I really only purchased this game for y'all to see how it's gonna be ran if you bat on your Note 9 or any up-to-date Samsung devices, or pretty much any Android phone that came out this year using the same processor and GPU. And that was just trash. Now, I don't know what's going on. It looks a little weird. It's like I don't know if it's the pixels or something. Like, it looks a little weird though. Does it look as fluid as it does on iOS? No. Oh, they banging on your boy. All right. Well, look here. I would say this. So far, it is running at a smooth 60 frames per second. It has not dropped once yet, at least from what I can tell. We're gonna go ahead and get. Oh, that was an accident. Oh, he splashed it though. All right, bet. Money. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, it is running really well so far on this Note 9. I can't believe it. You guys seen the results from last year he did it. So this is a huge step up. This is a huge step up. Again, it just kind of looks like a little blurry. I don't know what that is. And it's usually, if y'all remember back in the day when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 first came out, PlayStation used to kind of have like this, the graphics didn't look as good because they were terrible ports from the Xbox. And that's kind of how it looks right here. It don't look like terrible, but does it look as good as iOS? No, because even if you look at Harden Jersey, his name was like a little bit blurred out. And this is not the case for every game. It's usually just AAA titles. So we haven't dropped, okay, it's dropping. I don't know why. Maybe because it's getting hot, I don't know, but all right, so now here we go. Now we're starting to see that drop frame. So from what it looks like, it seems like when the device starts to heat up a little bit, that's when you start getting those drop frames. Because right now we are coasting around a 48 to 50 mark. I don't know what that's about. It was doing good, and then I think that's what happened last year. It was doing good, and then this fell off. But if you kind of look at the court, guys, the court is like blurry. It's a terrible port. Foul. Look, 39 frames. Why is it dropping? Why is it dropping by half? Now, is it because of the cutscene? Is the cutscenes what's doing this? Because if so, man, that's 29 frames. Wow, 2K. Wow, 24. So it gotta be because of the sequence. I'm gonna chalk it up to the sequence. But it looks choppy, yo. Okay, now he at the free throw line. We in 30s. Wow, we are coasting. Yo, this is. Hold on, before I start speaking. Yeah, this is terrible. I can tell you right now, if I had to give a final verdict right now, early on, do not buy 2K19 for Android. Don't waste your money. It is a terrible, terrible port. And 2K, I can tell you right now, even last year with 2K18, 2K maybe updated that game once or twice. So I gotta sit here and spend $8, and you guys not even you're not even optimizing the game for the device I choose to play on. I don't think that's cool, man. I really don't like that. I really don't like that developers did not optimize their games for Android as well, as if people on Android want a crappy experience. And it's not like Android can't handle it. We've seen Android play way more demanding games than this. It's really about optimization. 33, yeah, like look at the, like that is awful, man. That's really awful. So what I do is I'll fast forward. We're gonna do it to the 10-minute mark. I'll fast forward past this part, man, so you guys don't have to sit and keep watching me play this abysmal optimized game. And we'll go from there. All right, coming up on the 10-minute mark, and then I will kind of show you guys the settings that you kind of want to stay in to still kind of get that good performance. We just go back, we'll pause it here and quit. Because I remember the same settings that we had last year, man, and that's the settings you kind of want to use this year as well, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. You can have cloth simulation on, but I would definitely turn court reflection, like we could put that at low. Pretty much, man, for the most part, you kind of want to have stuff at low. I would turn depth of field off, sideline I had turned off, crowd I had on, but for the most part, it can still rock like this, man. But again, to me, it's like, why you gotta go through all that just to have a enjoyable playing experience on a game you just paid $8 for, man? That's ridiculous. So that being said, man, let's see how it actually did. As you guys see, we played for about 10 minutes and 18 seconds. Now, again, this is the exact same frame rate it had on 2K18. We just seen that, the exact same frame rate. Now it is using more of the GPU this year, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it is using less RAM, so that's good. So they did tweak it a little bit more, I guess you could say. But overall, it's still, you know, it's not good, to be honest. Performance-wise, look at this. It's worse than it was last year. On 2K18, we was at 22%. This year, we are at 14%. That is horrible. Just horrible. Battery drain rate. So we started off at 87%. We ended up dropping down for 10 minutes of playing to around 84%. Battery did get hot. Well, it did get like somewhat hot. It rose all the way up by 5 degrees. Here's the CPU usage. For the most part, it was staying level. It dropped down once we, you know, it stayed level. I would give it that. It definitely stayed level by the time we was playing. And then the GPU usage, again, this is Adreno 630. Now here's the problem with the GPU usage. Just to let you know, it's not optimized. It's all across the board. There's no steady line on this graph that shows optimal gameplay. And as you guys can see, frame rates are staying steady when we start, you know, playing, right? And then actually when we got to start, the game started going, the battery started to heat up a little bit, and you're gonna start noticing a lot of inconsistent frame rates. And here we go, right? So at that, pretty much that close to the 5-minute mark, boom, we started dropping up and down, up and down. Look at the trend. The longer you played, the worse the game got. This is just horrible. And then it stayed at 30 around, it stayed around 30 for a little bit, but it never hit 60 again. Never hit 60 again. Yeah, this is terrible, man. 2K, you got a long way to go, man. So hopefully I saved you guys some money, man. Do not buy 2K19 on Android, man. It just sucks. It is what it is. It's a terrible port. If you want to play 2K19, if you want the best experience of 2K19, either, I say this don't buy it at all, but buy it on iOS. It's your boy Sean B Nice, and I'm out, man. Deuces.